Have you ever noticed how the moment you stop dragging your past into every new moment, everything starts working? You stop replaying the same story, stop forcing the next chapter to look like the last one, and suddenly, life opens up. Dr. Joe Dispenza said, "You can't create a new future while holding on to the emotions of the past." And that's the trap most people never see. They're trying to manifest change while still broadcasting yesterday's frequency. So let's break it down. Because letting go isn't losing, it's how you finally get free. 1. The paradox of control. We've been programmed since kindergarten to control everything. Control your grades, your image, your 5-year plan, your emotions. We worship control like it's a safety net. But what if it's actually the cage? Dr. Joe Dispenza calls this living in survival. When you're in survival, the brain fires the same neural circuits that say, "I'm not safe." So you plan, you fix, you micromanage, you grind, and all you do is reinforce the very fear you're trying to escape. Alan Watts put it more poetically. When you try to stay on the surface of the water, you sink. But when you try to sink, you float. That's the cosmic joke of control. The harder you fight reality, the heavier it feels. Because energy doesn't flow through clenched fists, it flows through open palms. Think about it. Ever notice how the deal finally closes the moment you stop obsessing over it? Or how the text finally comes through after you give up checking your phone every 10 minutes? That's not coincidence. That's coherence. Regan Hillier says, "The universe responds to your relaxation. When you relax, your nervous system stops broadcasting threat, your frequency stabilizes, and suddenly, people, opportunities, ideas, they can find you." See, control isn't power. It's resistance disguised as productivity. Real power is alignment. Control is trying to swim upstream. Alignment is realizing the river already knows where it's going, or like trying to drive a Tesla while wrestling with the autopilot. The system's trying to guide you, but you can't stop grabbing the wheel. So the moment you stop gripping life by the throat and instead breathe into it, you stop surviving your day and start co-creating it. So if control doesn't create power, what does? Spoiler, it's not effort, it's frequency. 2. The frequency game. Your real leverage in this universe isn't effort. It's the vibration you broadcast every second you exist. Dr. Joe Dispenza breaks it down like this. Your thoughts are the electrical charge in the quantum field, and your emotions are the magnetic charge. Together they create your electromagnetic signature. That's what draws life to you. Translation? Your mood is your magnet. Every time you wake up and replay yesterday's worries, you're retuning your energy to the same old station. 88.5 FM drama and doubt, while hoping to hear 102.7 FM love and light. And then you wonder why you keep hearing the same song. Michael Beckwith calls this law of resonance, or vibrational congruence. Your outer world can only mirror your inner broadcast. When your thoughts and emotions contradict each other, "I'm abundant," while feeling panicked, the universe gets static. It doesn't hear your words, it hears your state. Regan Hillier says, "Energy doesn't lie. You can post all the affirmations you want, but if your nervous system is screaming, 'I'm not safe,' that's the frequency the field picks up. Because manifestation isn't positive thinking, it's energetic integrity. So instead of begging the universe for signs, ask yourself, what signal am I sending? Fear, scarcity, rush, or trust, gratitude, and wholeness? When you shift your inner atmosphere, reality recodes itself around that signal. Dr. Joe Dispenza calls it collapsing potential into form. You're not creating from nothing. You're selecting a timeline that matches your frequency. So here's the simple truth most people miss. You don't manifest by forcing matter. You manifest by mastering vibration. And when your frequency upgrades, the universe reorganizes everything to meet it. People, money, timing, health, all of it. But even when your frequency's on point, there's one subtle habit that can jam the entire signal: attachment. Let's go there. 3. The attachment trap. Here's the irony. The thing you're holding onto the tightest is the very thing blocking you. Attachment is the energetic version of holding your breath, and then wondering why life feels suffocating. It masquerades as ambition, but it's really fear in disguise. Fear that if you let go, it'll disappear. David Ghiyam puts it beautifully. Need is the language of lack. Certainty is the language of creation. When you need something, you're telling the Creator, "I don't have it." And the Creator, always obedient, replies, "Copy that. Here's more not having." Dr. Joe Dispenza explains this neurologically. When you obsess over an outcome, you're firing and wiring the same old circuits of separation. Your body literally becomes addicted to the chemistry of wanting. Dopamine, cortisol, anticipation, and that keeps you locked in time. You're chasing the future from the emotional past. Regan Hillier flips that script. Manifestation isn't about chasing, it's about calibrating. The more you grasp, the more you signal chaos. The more you trust, the more you invite coherence. Alan Watts said, "To have faith is to trust yourself to the water. Attachment is trying to swim while clutching the rocks. Letting go is realizing the river's already carrying you exactly where you need to go." Think about love. The harder you try to control it, the faster it evaporates. But when you're relaxed, playful, unattached, people feel safe near your energy. Because detachment reads as abundance. And here's the paradox. The moment you stop needing the outcome, you finally align with it. Because your energy shifts from separation to embodiment. From I want to I am. That's when the field responds. It doesn't respond to your begging, it responds to your being. So the next time you catch yourself gripping, wanting, waiting, stop and ask, am I broadcasting lack or am I being love? Because in quantum terms, they're not metaphors, they're frequencies, and the field only ever echoes the one you choose. So how do you actually let go without checking out of life or pretending you don't care? Let's make it practical. 4. Detachment in action. So how do you actually do this? How do you detach without becoming numb or passive? Here's the secret. Detachment isn't the absence of emotion, it's the mastery of it. Burt Goldman called it mind control by non-control. The art of guiding energy by stepping out of the way. You visualize it, feel it, become it, and then release it like a boomerang. You don't stand at the mailbox yelling, "Where's my package?" You trust it's coming. That's faith in motion. Dr. Joe Dispenza says, "The moment you begin to emotionally rehearse your future, your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. So you visualize the future, you feel it fully, and then you release it. That release is the handshake with the quantum field. It tells life, I've done my part, now it's your move." And here, David Ghiyam steps in. Certainty beyond logic is the vessel of miracles. When you maintain unwavering certainty, even when every logical reason screams otherwise, you open the gates to what the sages call miracles. So you act when inspired, rest when guided, and let the field orchestrate the details. Michael Beckwith says, "You live as if the miracle has already happened, and gratitude becomes your evidence." That's the emotional signature of detachment. Gratitude before proof, because gratitude collapses the timeline between desire and manifestation. When your heart and brain pulse in harmony, you become magnetic, not by chasing, but by being. And this is where everything flips, because the moment you stop trying to make life happen, life starts happening through you. 5. The quantum flip. Dr. Joe Dispenza calls it the shift from cause and effect to causing an effect. Instead of waiting for proof before you feel abundant, you become abundance first, and the quantum field rushes to confirm it. This is where control ends and coherence begins, where logic dissolves and creation takes the wheel. Michael Beckwith says, "You're not attracting things to you, you're letting what's already yours reveal itself." You stop pulling on reality, and reality starts unfolding from within you. Regan Hillier calls this energetic leadership, when your frequency leads the field instead of chasing the field. It's not about doing more, it's about being more aligned, more coherent, more certain. Alan Watts described it simply. You do not dance to get to the end of the music. You dance because you are the music. That's what letting go really means. You stop forcing rhythm and start becoming rhythm. Now here's where David Ghiyam takes it even higher. He teaches that every one of our desires already exists, that nothing we long for is outside of reach. In Kabbalah, the light, the Creator, wants to give us everything. Love, abundance, peace, fulfillment. Our only work is to become like that light, to rise to its frequency, because the vessel can only receive what it has become. When you mirror the generosity of the light, when your intention is to give, to expand, to radiate, you step into a higher destiny that was waiting all along. You're no longer asking for blessings, you're aligning with them. You stop chasing what you desire and start remembering that the Creator's already said yes. So now, every action, every conversation, every breath becomes a broadcast. Not of fear, but of faith. Not of need, but of knowing. And in that frequency, everything that's meant for you recognizes you. It can't miss you, because you've stopped hiding behind effort. You've become magnetic through coherence. That's the quantum flip, from manifesting to receiving, from controlling to co-creating, from searching for signs to becoming one. So next time you catch yourself spiraling, gripping, doubting, pause, take a breath. Remember Alan Watts' wisdom. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. Trust the field. You've visualized, you've felt it. Now let the current carry it home. Letting go isn't weakness, it's wisdom, because when you finally stop forcing life to happen, that's the moment it begins to fall, effortlessly, into place. If this message stirred something in you, subscribe. This channel decodes manifestation, unpacking the wisdom of actual spiritual teachers like Dr. Joe Dispenza, David Ghiyam, Reagan Hillier, Alan Watts, and more, so you can see how their truths connect. In every video, we bridge science, spirit, and energy to help you remember, you're not here to chase the light. You are it.